Hello, teachers. Today I'd like to share with you a few more options on making Schoology more user-friendly, also adding some accountability options for your kiddos. So let's take a look. The other video, I showed you this option of simply typing in linking the resource here like this, and it took them to a different page. They did the activity, or they're supposed to do the activity, come back, and then check whether or not they scored. Let's take a look at what that looks like on their end. It would look like this. They would check I scored above an 8 or I scored below an 8 and click Save. So of course there's not very good accountability on that one, but it gets the job done. It's quick and it's simple. Let's look at making this just a little more simpler, a little more easy to access for the students. And the way we're going to do this is, instead of using a assessment, we're going to use a page. Okay. So for this lesson, let's just call it I'll continue with the same title. Stay home lesson for February, what is next Tuesday, 16th. And we're going to use this game here, the fast and slow game. Fast or slow? Right. And now here, to make this more easy for the kids, when they click this, it'll automatically pull up the activity you want them to do. And here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to give them a description. Let me show you here. This is the game that they're going to play. They just click. They hear the sound and then they click whether that was fast or slow. Okay, so they would continue through that. So all that you have to do is put on the instructions. Listen. Sound. And listen to each sound. Or 8 or above. To complete the lesson. So those are the general instructions. Now what I want to do for the students is I want to put this content here, I want to put it in the page to where they're not having to click off and go to a different page. So this is where it gets a little tricky. I'm going to show you the simple way first. So right here, I'm going to pull up the link to that exact lesson. And here we are at fast or slow. And to show you here, it pulls it up in the full page. You'll notice in this one, it's inside Music Play Online. So I pulled the actual link from here. And instead of using that one, in order to embed this page, show you this way. In order to embed this page into Schoology, you have to make use of this feature called iframes. And this is what it looks like. An iframe just allows you to insert a different web page into the page you want it on. So I copy that iframe code. And once again, this does get a little complicated. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch to HTML. I'm going to paste that iframe right there. And then I'm going to take this link over here and I'm going to copy it. And then right here on this side of that quotation mark, I'm going to highlight all the way to source, the quotation mark. I'm going to paste it there. And now, when the student sees the lesson, it'll show this actual game on the page. Now, this is a little bit small for this, so I'm going to extend it and make it larger. Let's go about there to there. Let's go even a little bit bigger. Let's see what that looks like. So here we have this stay home music lesson for February 16th. Fast or slow? Let's see what it looks like. And see now when the student clicks it here, they don't have to click to a different web page and then come back. They can just see this right here in the page. Okay, and we'll stop right there. So that is the basics of inputting a web page into Schoology to where a student doesn't have to click off of the website in order to see what you want them to see. Let me go ahead and walk you through that one more time on a different web page, just so you can see how I'm going to pull this information. Okay, so I'm going to add a page. I'm going to label it Stay Home Music Lesson for February 17th. Let's do this one as a note identification. So this time I'm going to come to this website called musictheory.net. I'm going to go to exercises, note identification. And now from here, I should be able to customize it and select this challenge mode. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to find where I can access the URL for this. There's a way to, looks like I'm gonna have to do this all over again. Exercise customizer. That's what I wanted at the bottom. Okay, so I have this one here, challenge mode on, and there's the link right here. So there you go. I take this link and I'm going to put it in an iframe. So once again, I have this. Go back to Schoology, and I'm just going to put here identify the notes and identify at least 8 notes in the challenge to complete the challenge. And now I'm going to use that switch to HTML method. I'm going to go grab this iframe. In order to find this, I just typed in iframe HTML and this W3 schools, and that's where I get this information from. Okay. Once again, I'm going to take the page that I want, the link from it, and I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to switch back to my visual mode, and I'm going to make this larger. So let's go out here. Let's go about there. So there I have my stay-at-home lesson, and identify at least 8 notes to complete the challenge. And there you can see that I've limited to only having the 4 notes C, F, G, and A, and students can complete this challenge right within here. Oh, whoops. F, F. And I would probably take the time to go back and adjust this just a little more to get it to fit a little nicer on this page. Right now it's still a little shy. Let's see if we can't fix that. I think we can fix that by pulling this down a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Now we can see everything. Okay, so there is putting a page into Schoology. Still here with this, you don't have much accountability. The kid can easily lie. They don't even have to do it. There are a few options to, I think you might be able to have Schoology. No, see, you can't even have them time. See how much time they actually spent on the lesson. So, not very much accountability with these options. If you want a little more accountability option, you could go through and use another website that actually has accountability. For example, this Quizizz site. So what I'll do for this one here is I've set up I'm going to set up a Quizizz challenge. And I'm going to set it to the 27th at, go to 11:45 p.m. And then adaptive question bank mode. Let's let kids who can do the best out of 3 tries. And then all of that's fine. So once again, now I have this link here. I'm going to do the HTML again with a whole nother page. This is stay home music lesson for February 18th. Okay. Music memory winter 2021. Final round. And we'll just put a question. How well can you score? Let's change that to what is the best score you can achieve in 3 attempts. I'm going to switch to HTML. We're going to grab that iframe code there. We're going to come grab the link. In between that quotation and that one, we're going to switch back here and make this larger. Create it, and let's take a look at what our page looks like. And since this is not reaching all the way to the bottom there, I would go ahead and edit it and extend it just a little further. And there it is. So now right now I am logged in here. And this one just goes straight off of your SAISD login. So you log in with Google. So that might be a good information to put in here. And actually, they might already be login with Google using your SAISD. And now this will have a little bit more accountability just because Quizizz, I have it set to where it'll tell me how well they did. That's still not exactly where we want to be with this. Where we want is we want it to be when they do the assignment on Schoology, it'll actually automatically generate their score and an accurate score, not just one that they kind of told it what grade they got. So let's look at how to do that. Okay, and I'm going to base it off of one of the lessons we already did for simplicity. What I would do here is I would go here to add an assessment. We're going to do stay home music lesson for February 19th. Let's call this one fast or slow. Category is going to be a major grade. And we're going to set this one due next Friday. Enable, no password. Okay. Okay, so now here, I'm going to want it to randomly order the questions. And I'm going to let the students see the correct answers when they're done. And I'm going to say the student can take it up to 3 times. Okay, now we're ready to start adding questions. And these are, since it's a fast or slow, these are going to be simple multiple choice answers. Okay, and we're going to put here, is the sound, is the music fast or slow? put option 1 is fast, option 2 is slow. Delete. Okay, so now I've got over here this fast or slow activity. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Schoology record the audio. So I'm going to have it, leave it as a bar. I like that. We're going to record the audio. And I want it to pick up what's coming out of my stereo, off the computer. So I click there, and let's see if I can make this happen. 3, 2, 1. Let's see if that worked. There we go. I've got my audio. Let's double check that that's correct. And that's good. So then down here, I make sure to click that that's the correct answer. No need to shuffle options. And that'll do it. If you want, you can add a learning objective for the TEK. I'm going to go ahead and skip that for the sake of this video. I'll show you one time through. A learning objective, what I would do here is I type in mu.kindergarten. I think fast or slow is going to be in the first section. Where is that supposed to be? A. Search this differently because I can't think of it offhand. Well, hopefully this doesn't make me have to restart my whole page here. All right, let's go ahead and reload that. All right, so we lost the page, so let's go ahead and do that one more time. And I've got, is the music fast or slow? Fast, slow, exit, exit. We know it's going to be fast. I'm going to select this one here, audio player, record audio, stereo mix. 3, 2, 1. Let's check it. We're good. Double check. Okay. And then let's try and make this happen one more time. I'm going to come here to State Standards, Texas, Essential Knowledge and Skills, Music, Kindergarten. Here it is, K1D. Make sure the check mark appears next to it. Click Confirm. Now it's associated with there. Okay, so there's question number 1. When we preview this one, it does tell the kid how many attempts they have, and they are able to listen, select fast or slow, review, and they'd be done. It would show them if they got it right. They could go back and look and see if what they missed and what they got right. And each time they take the test, it should randomize the order of the questions. So once again, I went here, multiple choice. Is the music fast or slow? Fast, slow. And then I'm gonna cue this one up. Okay, so now I need to record that sound. I click the audio tool, record audio. 3, 2, 1. See if it recorded. Okay, that one didn't record anything. Let's see where I messed up. I clicked record audio. That's what happened. I was supposed to click stereo mix. 3, 2, 1. Now let's see. Okay. There it is. And now what's really nice about taking the time to set up your Schoology in this manner, even though it takes a long time to do this, is that it will allow you to hold the kids accountable. Without this setup, it's going to be really easy for them to not do it or cheat. Now, and what would be even nicer is as you're building these, if you're like, oh, this lesson is really good in the way that we set it up, then well, actually, before you share it with the group, what you should do is if you like the way your lesson came out, just like in the other videos, click copy to course and then select which courses you want to copy it to. But you make sure that you get it exactly the way you want it before you do this step, because then you end up having to go back and edit each one of those individually, and that can be tedious. Now, once you've got it and you're like, this is a really good lesson, and it'd be really nice if you shared this with us, where you click save to resources and you save it to the elementary music teachers resources. And you can save it to a new folder, or you can just save it in no folder and add it to another one later for organization purposes. But I think that's it for today. And if you have any questions, please shoot them, and I will gladly make another video about some different things I use Schoology for and different ways you know what, one thing I could finish with today that I thought about here. In order to pull this link off of Music Play Online, so that way the kids aren't having to look at this inside of Music Play. What I did here, this is a super geeky thing, so you have the game here. Actually, let's work with the same one that we were working with before. We have the game right here. You can use what's called the developer tools. And this developer tools will help show you the link here. I click this little square with the pointer, and then I'm just going to click on, as it's highlighting these different areas, I'm going to click it to where it highlights the game. And now right here, when I click these down arrows, one of these is going to give me a link, I think. Maybe it's up above this. There it is, right here. This link, I take this link, and that's where I got the link from. Okay. And so that'll pull off your links. I think that's all for today. And I hope that you have a blessed day. Once again, if there's any questions or any things you're curious about, feel free to ask away, and I don't mind making a tutorial video and sharing it with you all. Thank you very much, and thanks be to God.